Good morning, my lovely Leos. This is your, well, it used to be definitely annual, but I'm trying to bring it back to the channel, Halloween reading. So let's get the formalities out of the way, and then we will dive into it. This reading is for my Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And over the years, I've decided that the Halloween readings are for whom I am speaking to at the moment. Okay? So, cross-watchers, of course, are always welcome. But just over the years, I've felt like the Halloween readings, they're personal to me, so I'm giving them to you. If they resonate, cool. Let me know in the comments down below. Y'all know that connecting with you is my favorite part of the gig, truly. You could also smash that like button if you want. Tell your friends. But if it does not, however, resonate, you can always check out your moon and ascendant sign, and also your Venus. You know, Leo, as I always say, you'll know if I'm talking to you if this is part of your story, right? If it does not fit, don't try to make it, okay? So, hello. So the Halloween reading, I usually read just an intuitive spread, but I've always stuck with this one over the years. It is the ghosts from the past that are still haunting you, the goblins in the present that are pissing you off, and the pumpkins to harvest for a brighter future. And I've tried to record this twice, and it's gotten cut off. So, and I really felt like, excuse me, even if it's just a handful of y'all, that this message was really vibing with. So, I have out already your ghosts, your goblin, and your pumpkin. Okay? Oh, shoot. Let me see if I have an oracle deck with me. I usually do. Of some sort. I know I wanted to use my Wicca deck for these readings, but okay, I have one at least. Okay. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I feel like predominantly, and you'll see why, you guys, some of you guys might be dealing with a lot of stress on the home front. Okay? Because your ghosts from your past, or, you know, recent past, what have you, that are still haunting you, we have here the Ten of Wands and the Eight of Swords, right? So let's break it down one at a time, because I pulled two ghosts for you. The Ten of Swords is very much a card of overwhelm. It's a card of melodrama. It is often related with like homemakers and entrepreneurs, self business people, for lack of a better word. And it's about you carrying too much right now, Leo, that you need to try to delegate tasks to your partner, to your roommate, you know, to your friend that you live with at work, you know. And we have here the Eight of Swords. This card is very much a perceptual energy. In the regular Rider-Waite, there's a woman, and she has a blindfold loosely tied, and she's kind of loosely bound, and she believes that she's encircled in swords. But if she just wriggles just a little bit, she'll see that her ties can come loose, and then she can take off the blindfold and see that there's actually an opening in the swords from which she can escape, she can leave, you know? And so I feel like you guys feel really, some of you may really feel trapped in this domesticated role, whether you're a man or a woman, doesn't matter. You know, my boyfriend does a lot of the cooking at home, you know, but so it's not like one of those vibes where it's just us women, you know. But I really feel like in the past, a lot of you guys really got stuck in this role where you may not have been super happy, you know. And I might pull a clarifier on your goblin, because typically we have here the Four of Wands. Typically this is a card of celebration. It's about making your foundation, you know, more sturdy. It's about building your foundation with someone. You know, it does talk about graduations and parties and celebrations of such, but it really focuses on, again, the home front, the domesticated, you know, partnership that you've made with someone. And I feel like currently you guys are on the turning end of this. Like, this future for your pumpkin may be the near future, because we have the Ace of Wands. Yes, this is about passion, we know this. Yes, this is about, you know, creative influx. This is about, you know, ideas really starting to pop off and come to you. This is about a new opportunity. possibly in a creative field. I just heard some of you guys getting new hobbies, maybe to like quell some of that resentment or disdain that could be bubbling up in you if you feel like your chores or your duties are unfairly delegated to you. But also, I feel like this, while I say this is a card that, or spread rather, that reminds me of, issues on the home front, this could very much, I picked up the bottom of the deck, this could very much be about work, and you guys needing to step out and find a new gig that maybe gives you more time at home. Because maybe this, for some of you guys, this feeling of being trapped and feeling of being like pigeonholed into like, way more than you signed on for, that very well could be at your work situation, at your work, and it could be affecting your home situation. That's what it is for a lot of you. It could be really, taking a lot out of you, So I feel that some of you guys will be seeking new employment soon. Or just, you need to sit down and have a conversation with your partner, or roommate, like I said, best friend that you're living with, cousin, and just be like, I feel that the workload is unfair, And again, I do feel like this could be like some coworkers possibly trying to take advantage of you and you taking that feeling home with you at the end of the night, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Seven of Cups, I was just going to ask about what's up with the Four of Wands in the middle, right? The goblins. The Seven of Cups is about illusion. It's about deception. It's about self-illusion. And it's about getting many... But it's also about choices, right? It's about people extending many offers to you, and a lot of them being non-substantial. So, like, say you have this conversation with them, and they're like, okay, I promise that, we'll pick up, we'll split duty of picking up the kids at daycare more. We'll, split dinner nights, And I feel like they may mean well, but in the end, it's an offer that is not to be substantiated, because without some kind of real consequences, they're going to continue on their, people are creatures of habit, you know what I mean, Leo? So yeah, and if anyone knows how to speak up for themselves, it's my fucking Leo friends, so you guys just need to, like, and this is your energy. This is the ace of your energy. This is good things, any ace will outshine negative cards in a spread because it is a new beginning. It is the universe handing you a brand new opportunity, Leo. So maybe you guys just need to, like, branch out and, especially in the work situation, look for something new, something that's going to fulfill you and not make you tired and not really take it out of you. So by the time you get home, you're just like, I'm done, no one talk to me, please. But if it is a partnership, y'all just need to have a conversation, I feel like, with your partner, roommate, best friend, whoever you are living with, and splitting, household duties. And just really be like, hey, I feel like I just heard, I've said this before, but I really fucking mean it. Like, I need a hand. I need your help, It's really, I give such props. I was raised by a single mom, and, like, it's really hard to run a household, like, by one head of the household, that's why I like the term partner for a romantic, situation, because my boyfriend and I, we're partners. We're teammates, and at the end of the day, like, that's what it should be, Leo? So, and I'm not doubting that your partnerships are not, good or, like, fulfilling. I'm just saying that I feel like some of you guys might feel right now that it's kind of uneven, and y'all don't need to feel like that, Sorry, trying to get my dreads out of my... I'm very hot all of a sudden. Whew. Even though it's cold as hell here in New Hampshire. So let's get out the soul's journey. Get a couple oracles out for y'all. And then I will bid you a beautiful Monday. I hope you all had a fun Halloween. I love Halloween. My daughter wanted to be the sunflower from the Plants vs. Zombies game, so that was really fun. And then I just dressed up as Poison Ivy from the 1990s Batman movies, if any of y'all remember what I'm talking about. Alright, what are any validating or new messages for my lovely Leos? Universe, Source, God, Spirit Guides, and Guardian Angels. Please give me a validating or new message maybe we didn't touch on for my Leos. Okay, well, whoop, whoop, whoop. Freedom. What am I talking about? I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Leo, I think this is going to go perfectly. You have the power. You know, you have the ability to make... Oh, okay, here we go. And guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So this would be like the ghosts in your past, and this would be the pumpkin for your future. Right? Because, you know, I feel like maybe some of you guys are stuck in that, you know, that loop, because maybe you do feel guilty. Maybe you do feel like, you know, maybe you are a homemaker and you don't work as much as your partner, but I'm here to fucking tell you, being a homemaker is work. It is work. It's one of the hardest jobs. Truly. Let's read guilt first, just for funsies. Leo, we have here. The energy of fear has many guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious, but because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. I like that. It's a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though, it's time to learn from that behavior and move on. The problem arises when we hold on to that guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. Yeah. That's that 8 of Swords energy. That's that 7 of Cups energy. And it very well could be at work. You know, you feel like, you know, you've got to pick up the slack for other people. Well, other people need to pick up their own slack, you know. No one is perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational, but if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. Okay. And let's check out freedom. That was bad, sorry. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Your soul is open to receiving new wisdom and insights that will allow it to make the right choices for its own growth. Remember, you are never a victim of other people or circumstances. You have complete control over your own choices. I'd like to put an asterisk there. No, people can definitely be victims to other people and circumstance. Financially feeling trapped, that is a huge fucking feeling of victim in circumstance. And it's not always easy to fucking live, laugh, love, and jump out of that shit. I digress. You have to, by following your heart and being authentic to yourself, you present the real you to the world. Making decisions based on other people's expectations is not a true path to happiness. You are responsible for creating your own reality. When a soul shift takes place, when a soul shifts to a place of honoring itself in its totality, freedom from judgment, only then will it find the true freedom. Every soul is unique and follows its own path. Don't give in to peer pressure or the urge to fit in. You are the only one who truly knows the real you, so feel free to march to the beat of your own drummer. That is beautiful. Leo, I love you guys very much. I hope that helped. And I know it's late, but y'all know me. I appreciate you so much for dealing with my procrastination and my tardiness over the years. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. Go out there and kick the day's ass. And if this does resonate for you, I hope you think on what we've talked about, and I hope it helps. Leo, take care of yourselves, all right? Namaste. Peace.